Hey everyone, Romeo here, a fellow Spanish language learner. A few days ago, I listened to someone on YouTube talk about how discouraged they felt learning Spanish. They said that they felt that they should be way further along by now. What stuck with me was their why. It wasn't because they weren't studying, it wasn't because they weren't improving. It was because they were watching other people's Spanish progress videos and they felt behind. And that bothered me because nothing was actually wrong with their learning. The problem was the comparison. They weren't asking, what can I do now that I couldn't do before? They were asking, why don't I sound like that person? And that's a losing game. And here's why. When someone says, I've been learning Spanish for 1 year, that sounds very specific, but it really isn't. You have no idea what that year actually looked like. You also don't know whether or not they grew up hearing Spanish at home, or if they studied another Romance language first, or did they live abroad or take classes years ago and then they restarted. Even when people aren't trying to mislead you, they compress their history. And online, some people definitely exaggerate. So when you compare your 1 year to their 1 year, you're almost never comparing the same thing. Now, even if we assume everyone is being completely honest, a year still isn't the right unit. Hours are. If one person studies 15 minutes a day and another studies 3 hours a day, after a year, those two people are not even close. That's not motivation or talent, that's just math. And inside those hours are a lot of small decisions. Did they speak out loud? Did they review? Did they actually work through structure? Or did they mostly consume content? Two people can say they studied for a year and be hundreds of hours apart in real work. There's also another layer to this that people don't talk about enough, and that's edited Spanish. A lot of Spanish progress videos sound impressive until you really pay attention. You'll hear a sentence, and then you'll see a cut. And then you'll hear another sentence, and then you'll see another cut. What that usually means is restarts, pauses, thinking time, all that stuff, all edited out. And I guess that's fine, but it's not fluent speech, or rather, the fluency that they want you to believe that they have. Most people who learn a second language as adults and didn't grow up bilingual sound slower, are more deliberate, and a little rough around the edges. That's completely normal. If you ever listen to maybe one of your favorite Spanish YouTubers who are natively Spanish but speak English, like listen to their English and you will see that it's also not perfect unless they grew up in a bilingual atmosphere. If someone only sounds great after editing, you're not seeing the full picture. You're seeing a highlight reel. So here's the real benchmark, and it's much simpler than people want it to be. It's not accents, it's not published videos, it's not how someone else sounds online. The real benchmark is, what did you do today that you couldn't do yesterday? How many minutes did you actually put in today compared to yesterday? What structure did you work on today that you felt was shaky before? What can you say now, even slowly and even awkwardly, but you couldn't say it last week? That's it. Like, language learning doesn't move in years, it moves in small daily steps. One sentence pattern, one verb tense, one interaction that goes slightly better than the last one. And if those are moving forward, you're progressing, whether or not anyone else notices. This is also why I'm careful about how I show my own progress. If you're going to compare yourself to me, compare the inputs, not the performance. Compare the hours, compare whether you're finishing resources, compare whether you're recycling structure instead of constantly chasing new content. Like, don't compare accent, don't compare smoothness, don't compare edited clips. How you sound is the result. The work you put in is the cause, and the cause is what you control. Here's what I think my role actually is: not to be the model student, not to be the most impressive speaker, but to show the process, to show what structured effort looks like over time, to show the real pace without edits and without pretending this is easy, because it's not. It's a grind. So that said, think about this. What's one small win that you've had recently in Spanish, something that wouldn't impress YouTube, but actually mattered to you? Drop it in the comments. I'll love to read it. And of course, if this video helped you, if it at least made you think about how you compare yourself to others so that you can stop, make sure you give this video a like. And until the next video, good luck on your journey to building more functional, usable Spanish. Peace.